So welcome to this week's Hail to the Gamers. This is episode 2. We will be discussing the console wars, because I know everyone here has been dying to hear about all our feelings on the console wars. So first let me introduce everybody here, and they'll give how long they've been on game trailers and what platform they are going to be representing this week. So first we have San12.
Hi, I'm San12. I'm going to be supporting the PlayStation 3. And I've been on GT since September last year.
Then we have That Special Someone.
That Special Someone, I'm supporting the 360, and I've been on GT since 2007.
And then we have God.
Hey, I'm God. I've been on GT since 2005. And I'm kind of, supporting whatever I feel like.
Then we have Taurus Oxford.
Taurus Oxford here. I've been a member of GT ever since April 2007, and I am supporting the Wii.
Okay, so now first we're going to get into what platform each one of us chose and why we feel it is the best one. So first we're going to head to San12. What did you choose and why is it the best platform?
Well, I chose the PlayStation 3. I think, in general, you've got to look at the long term. You can't just look at what it has now or how it's done for the last year or anything like that. You've got to think about how good an experience are you going to get from your console from now until we go into a whole new generation. And PlayStation 3 is the best platform for that, in my opinion. I think it really is the best platform. Sony are taking a long-term view of things. They haven't rushed all their games out. I mean, you look at the next 2 years, you look at the PlayStation 3 until the end of 2009, it's got great racing games, great action games, great first-person shooters, great role-playing games. It's got huge blockbuster titles like Metal Gear Solid 4, Gran Turismo 5, and the great thing is that they're still coming out with new IPs. I mean, things like 8 Days, Heavy Rain. I mean, we may not know much about them, but these are going to keep the PlayStation going well into 2009, and of course you've got to consider the sequels to the great new IPs that were started in 2007, things like Uncharted, Resistance, Heavenly Sword, that kind of thing. So I think over the next however many years it is until the next console generation, the PlayStation 3 is going to prove itself the best console.
Okay, now That Special Someone, what did you choose?
I chose the 360 first. When I got it in 2006, at the time I thought it was the best console. And I still do at the moment, because when it came out, I thought it had the best games. For example, like Gears of War. I thought that was one of the greatest games of 2006. And I think it has a very solid lineup of games at the moment, such as like Oblivion, Halo 3, and it has many multi-platform games like Call of Duty 4 and Mass Effect that are really keeping the system steady. And of course, Xbox Live is, in my opinion, the best online out of any console at the moment, such as integrated friends list, which the PS3 doesn't have at the moment, and like in-game game guide. And it just has the best online at a pretty small price, I believe, and that's just why I chose the 360 out of all.
Okay, so God, what have you decided to choose this time?
Oh, it's a hard choice. I'll just pick the Wii here. I'll go with Oxford. So I'll let him continue, I guess, and I'll supplement if needed.
Okay, so Taurus Oxford, you chose the Wii, we all know. So why is the Wii the best console out there?
Well, it is the cheapest, so in terms of people who are willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a system, it's the most attractive one price points, and even though it doesn't really have all the same games that the PS3 and the 360 have, it does have its own great exclusives like Metroid Prime 3, which is pretty much the best FPS controls ever. And Super Mario Galaxy, greatest game of last year. And yeah, it has a ton of like crappy shovelware on it, but it does have a few third-party gems like No More Heroes and Zack and Wiki. And the Virtual Console lineup is just like instant classic for those who want to relive all their 8 and 16-bit, memorabilia. And we also have WiiWare coming out soon, which is just going to be filled with lots of great games for low prices. And overall, it just appeals to a much bigger audience than 360 and PS3 ever will. I mean, and overall, I just think that's going to let it be the victor of the console wars.
God, do you have anything to add to that?
Not at the current moment.
I think
if God has anything to say.
Yeah, I was asking if God had anything to say.
You ain't God now. Shut up. Anyway, yeah, I just have to say the controls are probably the best for most games. There are some games that would use a more classic control pad and would probably be better control-wise, but otherwise, I agree. I guess I don't got anything else to say right now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be representing the PC on here. I know a lot of you don't think of it as a console, but that's why I'm just going to include all the gaming aspects of PC, not any of the other stuff it does. And I feel it's the best because, for me, it ends up being the cheapest. I've only spent $600 on my PC, and I haven't had to pay for online, which would have cost me a bundle. I know for some of you, $50 a month isn't that bad, but for me it is. So that's why I've chosen it. Plus, I'm a big FPS and RPG fan, so I feel the best ones are on the PC. And I just basically love having just one thing. My PC is pretty small, so I have it out in my room and usually hooked up to my TV, so I use it just like a console to play games, and I just feel it's the best one. I mean, money-wise, game-wise, everything. So that's kind of why I've chosen the PC for now. Okay, so now that we've gotten all our feelings and we know who's representing what system, I'd like to open this up just as a debate. So whatever you guys want to feel, whatever you want to say, if you have something to say to another user about their system, go ahead and just let it out. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. I want to ask special someone something. You like the 360 is your favorite. Have you ever experienced the dreaded ROOD yet?
Yes, I have actually twice. But for both systems,
Ooh.
I had an in-store warranty. Actually, I had an in-store warranty for the second system.
Oh.
For the first one, I just did a towel trick, and I tricked the idiots at GameStop, and I got an Elite. And then that was the ROD. And now I have an Elite right now. The one
nice.
It's not broken.
Nice. Oh, actually,
sorry, you go first.
I was just going to ask him, how does he manage to pay for live? How does he deal with that and stuff?
For live, I've done a lot of odd jobs and in the past, and I usually manage up to get enough money to buy my gaming devices. And for live, I just buy like a card once my live runs out. But it's really annoying for whenever live runs out and I don't have money at the moment, and so I'm just left without online for the 360. So I just have to use my computer or my PS3 to play online.
Doesn't it kind of annoy you though? I mean, I know people argue that PS3 has no games and Wii has crappy graphics, but at least our system